In this video, we're going to go through all the steps so you can close your social like a pro. We've already created a social and it's showing up here under our existing socials tab. First thing is you've already probably sent your evites out to your hostess and customers when you first created the social. Now, if you want to paste that social onto Facebook or send it to a new customer through an email, we'll go to your details section. I'd like you to notice that under the order section, this is completely blank right now because we have no evite orders or any orders that have come in from the invitation link. So if we want some orders from the invitation link, then we just go ahead and copy this guy right here. One thing I've noted in another video is we do not want to do anything with this link other than give it to the customer that's going to shop when using this link. If we go to our Facebook page or an email and we paste that social link, a nice picture is going to come up. We can write whatever we want about the party, and then we click post. Now, as a customer, I can go here onto your Facebook page and click this link, and you'll notice that this link ends up with a percentage 3D symbols. So anytime they click this link, it's going to generate a new cart, a new page for them to shop on that's just for them. It's newly, freshly created for them to shop on, and it's not going to have any other problems. And you'll notice that once I click on this link, it takes me to a cart that has a completely different URL or a completely different link. If I were to click on this link again, it's going to give me a whole new cart. So this is the exact same evite, but you'll notice that B52 is the last part of this URL, whereas BEA is the last part of this URL. Both of these links, if shopped on, are going to end up in the same party, but they're not going to get confused with one another. If I were to take this link and give it to everyone, then all of those orders placed in the same link are going to get all confused. We need to make sure that they shop from this link only, and that link is found on the details page right here. So as long as we're doing that, everything's going to be just fine. So let's go ahead and place an evite order so we can see how it shows up inside the social. So I filled out my evite with my shipping information and my billing information. I got my subtotal, shipping cost, tax, and my grand total. I'm going to go ahead and click submit. Here I'll have a chance to review my order, make sure everything's correct, and finally I'll click place my order. And I can see if I view the invoice here, the order number is 245510. So let's go back to the social dashboard and look at that. Under the details link now, if we look under orders, you'll notice that order is now here. And because it's a test order, it's going to show up as incomplete. Anyone that places it on your invitation link, it's going to show up as accepted, or if it's been printed or shipped. Now we can go in and close the social. We can see that this guest order, or the evite or invitation link order, has been pulled in here immediately. Any other evite orders are going to show up under this guest order header, so we can have several of these evite orders lined up right here. For social orders, which are the orders that you're going to gather at the social, say if someone shops, they fill out an order form and they pay you directly, then you're going to have an order form and you need to place their order on this social. How you do that is by clicking Create Social Order. And here's a list of customers that you filled out and sent the evite to when you created the social. So let's select the name of the person that I'm filling out the order form right now. So their information will populate here, and if it doesn't, if you only added some of the information before, you can add it now. And you click Create Customer. Then you look at the order form for that customer, this customer being test social, test order, could be Mary Smith or anyone. You look at their order form and you add all of their products. Say they ordered a couple items here, a couple screens, a couple chains. Make sure that you get all the stuff that they need. And just for the video's sake, I'm going to add a few more items so we get a nice big subtotal and don't have to place a lot of orders. You'll notice now that I have my social order that I placed on the order form here under social orders. And my guest orders are still there. So that's all going to add up to this party subtotal. If this order status was showing anything besides incomplete, accepted, printed, or shipped, this subtotal here is going to be added to your party subtotal. Since we have a party over $200, we can actually add parties booked. The way you added parties booked is by clicking this button and selecting how many parties booked you got at the social. Say one person, one guest at the party came up and said, hey, next month I'd love to do a party myself and be one of your hosts. So you'd add in one person and enter their information here. This is going to show up under your hostess and retail customer report under hostess prospects. Now that I save this party's booked, it's going to add the information into my social. Now that I've added all my social orders, and again, you can go back and create as many of these as you like. Say you have 10 people with order forms, you're going to click this button 10 times and fill out all the products on each order form. Same thing for the guest orders. Make sure that all your evites and invitation links have been shopped on and placed, and that you take down the link so no one else can shop on it after you close the party. If you go to the party with some of your own product that you bought wholesale under your shop tab, and you sell it to someone at the party for cash, that's called cash and carry. So say I had 2 lockets, and I went to the party and sold those 2 lockets to a customer. So you'd have to actually create a new customer order for that person, even though they're not buying more products. They already bought their products. We can put that under cash and carry. This would be a first name and last name. So we fill out that information and hit create customer. Since they already have their products and I already have my money, I'm going to click continue and not put anything in this cart. And the reason we create this blank order that shows up here is so we can add cash and carry. Once I click the cash and carry button, I'll see the person that I added right here, cash carry. And any amount that you've shopped on your wholesale shopping tab is going to be available to use as cash and carry. So I've shopped and I've spent about $60 on my shop tab. So if I try to enter $100, it's going to say I don't have enough rewards with this pop-up message here. It'll allow me to correct that and add in the amount that I do have available. Say it's $55 that I sold at the party in cash and carry. Once the page refreshes, you'll see under the cash and carry value is $55. So now we've added all the guest orders, we've added all the social orders, and it looks like we're ready to close our party. So we can go ahead and click this button, proceed. I have 3 half-price items. These big green buttons are going to give me my half-price items, so click them for the half-price items that you want to select. Once you have selected all 3 half-price items, those buttons are going to disappear and you will no longer be able to select any items from this cart. So we're ready to continue. After the half-price items page, you'll be brought to the free items page. From this party, I'm going to get $56 in rewards. So for the hostess items, I can select $56 worth of product. Now that I have $22.70 left, anything that I select over that amount is going to be added to my subtotal, and you'll see that here. Let's select the $30 locket. You'll notice that $22 rewards went towards that locket, and left over was $7.30. Say you got to this step, and your hostess wanted one more item, or maybe even a few more items, but here, because you have no more hostess rewards, you cannot select those items. So all we have to do is go back to the initial page for the social, which is right here, and create a new social order. This is going to be for the hostess's products that won't be half price or free. So we can add in test host. And once you've finished adding the hostess information, you can click create new customer and say that you had those 3 half price items and 2 free items selected, but you wanted 2 more charms. So we go to the charms that she wanted, select those 2 charms, and click continue. So now we have the rest of the hostess items that she wanted, and we can go back to proceed. Your half price items are still in there. And looks like you have more hostess rewards left. So we can go ahead and X this item out and start fresh. So the two items I selected before was the locket bracelet and the medium gold locket. So you'll notice that because of that I had that 150 remaining after adding those two more items, instead of having a $7 subtotal, I have less than that. So that's how you add more hostess products. If you click continue from here, if you have a $500 party, it's going to go to the hostess promo page. If it's less than 500, it's going to go to the checkout page. On the checkout page, you'll be able to monitor your cash and carry balance, your subtotal, shipping, tax, and gram total. You want to double check and make sure all these numbers look correct. Fill out the shipping information of where you want this to go, and then your billing information and who's going to pay for it. Once you have all that filled out, you click submit and you're all done. Hopefully this will help you walk through your first couple socials so you don't have any problems. You can continue doing socials stress-free. Thanks so much for watching.